G'day, Steve Morgan, Australian Bass Tournaments, with a pretty special interview. It's not often I get to interview a winning team, and we're in the 2025 Zerek BARRA Tour. It was the Venom round at Kinchant, and I've got team TBC. TBC means you haven't picked the name of your team yet after 10 years.
No, we're going to stick with it. It's good omen.
Stick with that. But we had a fish come onto the scoreboard. Everyone thought it was a bit, got that one wrong. 143 centimetre barra that went over 62 kilos on our length weight. And Benny, you basically won the tournament with one fish.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was the perfect event that Tin Ass won at the lotto round, so I was stoked.
It's we run a length weight curve at ABT, so the guys catch their fish, they put it on a measuring ruler that we supply them, a metal measuring ruler, and that gets converted through the length weight curve, and then you let the fish go straight away. So when we say 62 kilos, that's the amount on the length weight curve. It wasn't actually weighed, but rest assured it would have given the world record a nudge, I think, because the existing world record's just under 100 pound, about 45 kilos. How was it in the arms, mate? Because you just lifted up by yourself, or did you need a bit of assistance?
Oh, I was white as a ghost when he put him down on the deck. It was like the enormity of the fish was very evident when it took up the distance between the front seat and the cast deck and Pete's boat. And it was sort of deadlift a half each, and he put him in my lap, and then I was tried to hold him up for a photo, which I thought I'd try and get him back in the water as quickly as possible. I didn't really want the photo, but Pete gave me a rev in and said, "You got to get one." And yeah.
And so there's one photo in existence of it, that one and the brag mat photo?
Yeah, I was stoked with the brag mat photo and and that one of the fish, yeah.
If you were fishing a Kinchant event and checked the scoreboard and you saw someone at quarter 143, what would your feedback be?
I wouldn't believe it until I saw it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, in our boat, Nicole just goes, "Oh, there's a 143 in the scoreboard. I'll just go in the back end and just double check that to make sure it's not a typo." And I heard a bit of silence for a while, and I go, then Nicole says, "There's not much ruler left on that one. We have a 150 centimetre ruler for good reasons." And there was this much sticking out at the end. Benny, can you walk us through the catch of that fish, step by step? See it on the scope first, or was it blind cast?
Nah, we seen him come up on the scope. Pete and I run perspective at the front and back of his boat, and we run it out at 34 metres. And I seen the fish first, and he was about 22 metres out from the beam at the front of the boat. And I cast out the first time, and it was like bang on perfect. And Pete's watching from the back on his screen, and I put it right on his nose, and he was really lethargic. He sort of half turned and followed it for about half a metre, and then stayed there, sort of facing us, facing the transducer. And then Pete had a cast, and he cooked the cast. It was a shocker, and he just burned it straight in selflessly. And I had another cast at him, and it was again bang on, and it sort of intercepted him on that V shape. It was perfect. He followed it for about a metre and a half, and then he's arseholed the lure. I've swung and hit him, and I said to Pete straight away as soon as I hit it that it was a 120. I was like, yeah, it's a 120. And as soon as I said it, it was just like it was like hitting a dead weight. It was like hitting a snag, and then just come flying out of the water. It got completely airborne, probably like a foot between the water and the tail of the fish, and dumped about 30 metres of braid just straight out to the side. And I backed the drag off a quarter of a turn, and Pete's like, "Oh, just make sure the hook's set." Yep, we're all well and good. And we played him out for a bit. He sort of threatened to come into the side of the boat there. And Pete must have been, we're usually really calm, cool and collected with it. We've caught hundreds of barras in tournaments and big ones as well. And he must have been, I was trying to maintain like being calm, but Pete must have been just as anxious as what I was, because I told him to, the fish sort of threatened to come down the back of the boat. And I said to him, I was like, "I'll get that outboard out of the way." And he's gone to turn the key onto accessories, but he started up the big 200 Merc on the back. So I knew straight away as soon as that happened that he was just as nervous as what I was. And we ended up mitigating all the risks. He come into the net, and we got him first shot on the net. And once he was in the net, it was sort of half the fishes hanging out of the net, and it was just thrashing around there. And I've gone, "Oh no, we've got to actually get this thing in the boat. Otherwise, it was no good." So
that's a two-person job?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. So he's got a new net because of the new net rules, and I'm under one side, he's under the other side, holding it basically by the base of the frame, and just vertically lifted him in, and then put him up the front. Processed him with the brag mat photo and whatever else, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
Pete, there was a bit of banter on Kinchant. It's a small lake. Half the teams could hear the Yahoo, and when you got it in the boat, you were the man that made him get a photo, weren't you? He was going to, let's get it back in the water, but nah, we've got the one photo there for posterity. We'll make the cutaway up here. Absolute giant, eh?
Oh, and that's it. It's a fish of a lifetime, and probably there's a fair bit of adrenaline at the moment. We just wanted to get the fish back in the water. Obviously, the health of the fish is the main priority, but I knew that it was a special fish, and we needed a good photo of it, so... Yeah. It was worth it in the end. The fish swam away like nice and strong in the end, so that was probably the highlight of the whole thing.
Now, that fish with 60 kilos actually beat every other team by about 10 or 12 kilos, their limits of 5 fish, and you actually caught a few more fish on the night. Let's talk about the rats and mice, mate. Who caught those ones?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's good to be on the other end of the length weight curve, because we've had a couple seconds at Kinchant over the years and been on the wrong end of the length weight curve, so it's good to get one back.
It's like cricket, mate. It evens itself out, doesn't it?
That's it, mate. It all evens out, so it's good.
Benny, talk us through the tackle. Grab that outfit that you got it on there. You're actually using the exact lure. You tied it back on, give it another go. I'm not going to frame it on the wall or anything?
Nah, she's ready to go tonight, and yeah, it's just a Zerek live mullet. I'm not 100% sure on what the colour's called, but it's green with red stripes.
Yep.
And I run that onto 80-pound Shimano Oshia leader. That's fluorocarbon, 40-pound Suffix 832, and it's just a 7'4" Fish Logica icon onto a Corrado.
Nice. And that's what you use. It's obviously your big fish outfit now. And slow roll retrieve. You see it on the scope. On the scope, did you go? That's a big fish. Does it look big on the scope? A fish that size?
Yeah, he looked massive on the scope. And after I hooked him, I knew he was big. Like, hit them and they don't move. They're usually pretty good.
Yep. Was there any thoughts of if you wanted to claim a world record, it would have been difficult. You would have needed certified scales, and it probably would have been no good for the fish in the end. So I think it was a great choice. Let him go. Let the legend live on. We've got the photo there. Benny, you're struggling with that 130 pounds on your lap, but memory you'll never forget, eh?
I just feel like anyone that buys a SIPS permit deserves that opportunity to go out there and catch that fish. Like, it's all well and good to top him and get him stuffed or whatever, or take 15,000 photos, but what does that do in the end of it? Like, it's a fish for a lifetime. Let someone else try and catch it.
That's awesome attitude. You guys win $1,900 for the win. You won the Wilson $12.50 for $12.50 because you caught it on that on the mullet lure. What's there? Another $1,000 that night for if you caught something on. So there was $2,250 worth of Wilson's product. Mercury bonus was $250, and Big Barra gets a rod. That's sort of a $5,000 fish, mate. What do? Go halves, or is it all Benny's?
No, we'll go halves.
Good decision, mate. And we've got the Faust round coming up now, so you're going to be out there trying to win another title. How many times have you won on Faust here?
I think four wins up here.
Yep. All right, well, we're going to try and see what happens tonight. The all-nighter is next, but, you know, that fish of a lifetime. For every Barra fisherman watching this, you're going to want what Benny had, eh? No catch and cooks for this one, mate. She's straight back in the lake. Photo goes straight to the pool room.
No, thank you.